We are going to choose the door command. So go to hinge doors, because you see different type of doors here. Go to hinge doors, and you're going to choose metal door 27. When you click on that, you are going to see this is going to pop up. So we want to choose our door design. I prefer this kind of door for the entrance. And what our handles, we need the doors to have handles. There, we are just going to go ahead. Uniform handles, we want our handles to be uniform. And 3D projection here, I like to use override model view options and close the opening line so we don't see it. So I'm just going to put this door here as our opening door to enter the house. So we're just going to put the door, and the door should open outside so that if there's a fire accident inside the house, you can easily run outside. We have just one big door that enters into the house, so we want to have the same door on the first story. So we go to the first story and place the same door. So we have the same door. We can navigate back to ground story. The next thing we want to put is door 90s for our project. So we are going to click on doors and hinge doors. We are not going to use metal doors now. Now we are going to use single metal doors. So we click on single metal doors, and doors inside the house, I used to like it to be closed and viewed just from top. So we choose these handles. We use handle 7. That's the best I've been using. And we want to override model view options and close opening lines. So we will place the doors where we want. So for the dining, we'll have an opening here, so no need for a door. For the kitchen, we want the kitchen door to open from this way. For the toilet, we want the toilet door to open from this way. For this room above here, we want the door to open this way. So we have all our doors for our project set. We can go to the first story and repeat the same. Probably we need a door to enter the master's room, so we have a door like this. And we need a door to enter this other room. Remember, the staircase comes this way, so you land and you have this area. It's good for the door to be either below here or above here. So preferably, I want the door to be here to open down this way. The toilet door, I want it to equally open this way, and that for this other room, I want it to open this way. And for the toilet, open into the toilet this way. With that said, we want to put openings. Yeah, we need openings for this project. We're going to move to doors, and we are going to use doors with empty openings. So I like square openings, so I'm just going to choose on square openings. And preview and positioning, I like it to start from 0, 0. So I click 0, 0. I want the height of the opening to be 2.60, and I click on it. Then I press OK. Now when I come down to the dining, I can just open the dining, click and open. So I can enlarge the opening to be up to this level, and I can only click here and enlarge the opening right up to this level. So from the parlor, we just have a direct opening. So we have parlor. From parlor, we have dining. From dining, we have kitchen. Then from the parlor, if a stranger visits, you can use this toilet. Then the visitor's room. So if the visitor wants to bathe, you can use this toilet according to the client description. Now when we move to the first story, you are going to climb this staircase, and you arrive on the first story. On the first story, where you land, we have one room here, 2 rooms sharing one toilet as described by the client. Then we have the master bedroom with the balcony. And what we have to put now is an opening here. So we still need an opening, so we'll click on doors, and we can put an opening here between the master room and the dressing. So we can just make it to go a little bit like 1.5 from this side. Yes. First thing we have to do is to put windows in this building. To be able to put windows, you go back to your ground story. You click on Windows Store, and I prefer to use the double window here to place, and I go to preview and positioning. I want the windows height to be 1.10. I want the width of the window to be 150, and I want the C height to be 1 meter from here. I love the window to open from here. For the staircase, I would like the window to be at you come down here from the seal story, I want the staircase, I want it to be above the landing, so we are going to type in 1.60, and the height of the staircase, more preferably 1 meter, 1.0, and I put it at the center of the staircase, which is here. For the parlor, I like the parlor window to extend to the next story. So for the parlor window, I want it to start from sill height 0.50. I want the window height to be 5 meters and for the width to be 2.0. So I want to put the parlor window, I want it to be centered and to run right up to the last floor. And on the windows for the dining, I prefer to use smaller windows. So I'm going to click on window tool, come down to window 27 here, and we are going to set the height of the window to be 2.60, which starts from sill height 0, and the width of the window to be 0.50. One small long narrow windows here. So we are just going to position one and try to drag the rest to follow it. So we can position one like here. Then I'm going to drag it to 0.5, then copy the same window, right click, drag a copy for the window, copy in 1 meter, right click, drag a copy, copy in 1.5 meters, and we have the windows like this. So probably I want this to come back 0.5, it's too far, yeah. So probably we'll have this kind of windows. So with that said, we can go to the first story and repeat the same algorithm. For windows, we can click on windows, and the last window that we use were the smaller windows. So I can do the same thing. You click on the window, drag it here, and type in 0.50. I can drag multiple copies. I'll type in 1 meter. And I'm going to type in 1.5 meters, 1 meter and 0.5. So we are going to have the windows the same. For the parlor, we already have the parlor window being placed. For the staircase, we can position for the staircase. Remember, on the staircase we use this window, so we are just going to use it back. Type in the height of the window is 1.10, sill height 1 meter, width of the window 1.5. So we can just click OK, place this window at the center of the staircase. This other window, we want it to be at this edge. That of this room, we want it to be here. Now the next thing is to put the windows of the toilet. The sill height for the windows of the toilet, we put 1.50. The windows are 0.6 by 0.60. So we can place the windows of the toilet here for this toilet, and below here we can place the window here. When we navigate to the ground story and do the same, place the window here.